Shabbat Shalom. Ooh, this is very loud. No. Oh, something is definitely happening. Okay. How is this better? Ah, thank you, Isaac. Shabbat Shalom. Happy Hanukkah. And good morning and welcome. We gather this morning to continue our celebration of Shabbat and of Hanukkah. And we gather this morning with an added measure of joy as we celebrate with Cayla and her family and her friends as she is called to the Torah as a bat mitzvah. Now, our worship this morning is one of participation. As you came into the sanctuary, you should have received a copy of our prayer book, Mishkan Tefillah. And if you had a chance to open it already, you may have noticed a couple of features. The first is that the prayer book does open in the Hebrew direction from right to left. And second, all of the Hebrew that's a part of our worship this morning also appears in transliteration. So even if you're unfamiliar with the Hebrew alphabet, you'll be able to follow along. We certainly encourage you to do just that. And before we formally begin our worship together, I ask if you brought a cell phone into the sanctuary this morning, please take a moment right now to make sure that it is indeed turned off. As we prepare to continue our worship, I would like to call up to the Bima, Sandra and Daniel Panish, and Neely Friedman, and invite you all to rise as you are able. Please be seated. We continue our worship with our opening prayer on page 67. I'd like to invite Jennifer Friedman to come forward. Page 67.
May the door of the synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship. May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture. May the door of the synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity. May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet. May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness. May this synagogue be, for all who enter, the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life.
Amen. Amen. We continue our worship together on page 74 with the singing of Matovu. Matovu ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. How lovely are your tents, O Jacob, your dwelling places, O Israel. We invite you to join with us. continue our worship on page 175 as we invite Cayla to come forward and to lead us responsively in Nisim B'chol Yom, the blessings for everyday miracles, page 175.
Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan l'sachri v'nai, l'vavhin ben yom uvein laila.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, pokeach ivrim.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, matir asurim.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, zokef kifufim.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, rakah haaretz al hamayim.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamechin mitzadek aver.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, malbish aramim.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hanoten la ya'ef koach.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamavir shena me'enai, utnuma me'afapai.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, sha'asani b'tselem Elohim.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani b'chorin.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, sha'asani Yisrael.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, ozer Yisrael b'gvura.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, oter Yisrael b'tifara.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah.
Amen. This last blessing is a blessing for study, and it gives us the opportunity at the bottom of page 180 to reflect on passages from the Mishnah, the first layer of commentary on the Torah, that remind us that there are responsibilities, indeed obligations that we have, the value of which we cannot even begin to measure. Page 180.
These are things that are limitless, of which a person enjoys the fruit of the world, while the principle remains in the world to come. They are honoring one's father and mother, engaging in deeds of compassion, arriving early for study morning and evening, dealing graciously with guests, visiting the sick, providing for the wedding couple, accompanying the dead for burial, being devoted in prayer, and making peace among people. But the study of Torah encompasses them all.
Amen. We continue our worship on page 194 as we make the transition from these opening passages of our worship to the next section, the Shema and its blessings. We mark the transition with the prayer on 194 called Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah.
Amen.
V'yamad v'rachirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei decho beit Yisrael ba'agala u'v'ziman kariv v'imeru.
Amen. Ishmei Rabba Mevorach, Leolam Olam Me'omaya, Yitbarach.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei lekudesha
Brichu.
ולעילם עם כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דהמירן בעלמה וימרו.
Amen.
la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzer or uvarei Moshe oseh shalom uvarei et hakol hamavir la'aretz ve'ladarim alecha brachamim uvtuvo mehadesh bechol yom tamid Ma'aseh Vreshit, Rabu Ma'asecha Adonai, Kulam Behokma Asita Mala, Haaretz Kinyaneha Titbarach Adonai, Eloheinu Al Shiva Ma'aseh Yadeha, Ve'al Me'orei Oreshe Sita Va'aruha Salam. Or Hadash Anzion Ta'ir Ben Iske Kulanu Mehera Leporo Baruch Atah Adonai Yotzer HaMe'oro.
We continue responsively in the English on page 199. O God, inspiration and guide for all, you have spoken in 1,000 tongues for us to hear. In every land, in every age, your children have heard you and imagined you in separate ways, and yet, O God, you are one, unifier of humanity.
We give thanks for the sages and teachers who bring us understanding of your will. Gratefully, we recall the lawgivers and prophets, the psalmists and sages of Israel, and joyfully we remember that from the dawn of Israel's life, we would turn to you and find purpose.
May the teachings of our ancestors live on in our minds, and their passion for righteousness stir our hearts. Help us to live so that our daily conduct reveals the beauty and wisdom of your truth.
Baruch atah Adonai
Baruch Shemo.
Habocher be'amo Yisrael b'ahava.
Amen.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruchim Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed, Ve'avta Adonai Elohecha, Bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meodecha vehayu hadvarim ha'ela asher anohi mitzaveha hayom alevavecha vishinantam livanecha vidibarta bam beshivteha bevetecha Uvlechteha vadere, ushovbeha uvkumeha, ukshartam leot ayadeha, vehayula totofo bin eneha, uvtatam amizazo betecha, uvishareha, leman tiskaru, Vasitem Mekol Mitzvotai, Vehitam Kedoshim Lelohehem, Ani Adonai Elohehem, Asher Hodzeitim Me'eretz Mitzrayim, Lihot Lechem Lelohim, Ani Adonai Elohehem.
We continue now on page 203 as Cayla continues to lead us.
Sing the song of men and women, join in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come, the song of land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace.
Zur Yisrael, Kuma be'ezrat Yisrael, Uvdechinu mecha Yehuda v'Yisrael, Go'aleinu Adonai tzvaot shemo, Kedosh Yisrael, Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael.
Amen.
Adonai Sifatai Sifta Ufia Gita Hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Ha'Gibor v'Hanorah El Elyon Gomer Hasadim Tovim V'Konei HaKol V'Zoher Hasdei Avot V'Imahot Umevi Geula Livnei V'Nehem Lema'an Shemo Ve'ahavam Mele Ozer Umoshia Umagen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham Vezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai Mehaye hakol atav rav le'oshiam. Mashiv harua umarid hagashem. Mehaye Elohim behesed. Mehaye hakol barachamim rabim. Somech noflim verofei holim. Umatir asurim. Haye emunato lishanei afar. Mi chamocha ba'al giverot, umi domela, melech memit chaye, umatzmiya Yeshua. V'ne'eman ata lehayot hakol, baruch ata Adonai, mehaye hakol.
Please be seated. As we've arrived at the middle section of this part of our worship, we have the opportunity to again reflect on the sacred nature of Shabbat, a day of rest and a joy, a day of holiness. We do so with the words of Yismechu at the top of page 211. We invite you to join with us. Yismechu v'malechutecha, shomerei, shomerei, shomerei Shabbat, v'korei oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha, shomerei, shomerei, shomerei Shabbat, v'korei oneg Shabbat. Shabbat.
Kulam yisbehu v'danku mituvecha.
Shabbat.
Yismechu v'malechutecha. Shomerei, shomerei, shomerei Shabbat. V'korei oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha. Shomerei, shomerei, shomerei Shabbat. V'korei oneg Shabbat. V'hashvi ratzita bo v'kidashto.
Shabbat.
Chemdat yamim oto karata.
Shabbat.
Yismechu v'malechutecha. Shomerei, shomerei, shomerei Shabbat. V'korei oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha. Shomerei, shomerei, shomerei Shabbat. V'korei oneg Shabbat. Zecher lema'aseh v'reshit.
Shabbat.
Zecher lema'aseh v'reshit.
Shabbat.
Yismechu v'malechutecha. Shomerei, shomerei, shomerei Shabbat. V'korei oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha. Shomerei, shomerei, shomerei Shabbat. V'korei oneg Shabbat.
We bring this section of our worship to a close with a prayer for shalom, a prayer for wholeness, for well-being, indeed, a prayer for peace for ourselves, for our community, for our country, and indeed for all the world. Sim Shalom, page 216.
Sim sim shalom tova uvracha. Sim shalom tova uvracha. Sim shalom tova uvracha. Chen v'chesed v'rachamim. Chen v'chesed v'rachamim. V'rachamim. Sim shalom tova uvracha. Sim shalom tova uvracha. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Amecha. Sim shalom tova uvracha. Sim shalom tova uvracha.
We invite you to take these next few moments for the prayers, not necessarily written in our prayer books, but the prayers that we can each find written in our hearts in this moment of silent reflection.
Im refi ve'hegyon libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri Adonai
We continue with Seder Kriyat HaTorah, the order of our Torah service, beginning on page 244 in your prayer books. I'd like to invite up to the Bima Daniel Panish, Eric Friedman, and Cayla Friedman, and invite you to rise as you are able.
Ein kamocha v'Elohim Adonai v'ein kema'asecha Malechutecha malechut kol olamim u'memshotecha
Kavod Eloheinu nuchavod la Torah. Come, let us declare the greatness of our God and give honor to the Torah. Our tradition teaches us that we receive Torah as part of an unbroken chain of transmission, a chain that first begins at the top of Mount Sinai, as God teaches the Torah to Moses, and Moses in turn teaches it to the children of Israel. So it has been in each and every generation that our ancestors have dedicated themselves not just to the study of Torah, and not just to the teaching of Torah, but in taking the words of Torah and putting them into action in every moment of every day of their lives. It is in this way that each generation has forged its own link in our chain of tradition. And so it is with us this morning that we take this Torah scroll and we pass it from the generation of the grandparents to the generation of the parents to the generation of the children, concretizing through this ritual act that the words of the Torah shall never depart from our lips, nor shall they ever cease to guide us in how to bring blessing into our lives and into our world. As together we recognize that a new link in our chain of tradition has been forged in Cayla. We sing together the watchword of our faith, the Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shema.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Healthy relationships make healthy relationships. The Torah portion this week is Vayeshev from the book of Genesis. The part I will read from the Torah is about how Jacob loved Joseph, his son, the most. This upsets Joseph's brothers, and they become very jealous. Jacob also gave his son Joseph a special coat, and this makes his brothers even more angry. Joseph has a dream where he has the power to control his brothers. He shares the dream with his brothers, and the dream upsets them even more. The brothers are so mad, they make a plan to kill Joseph. They do not end up killing him and decide to sell him into slavery. The relationships between Jacob, Joseph, and his brothers is a story about how unhealthy relationships create more unhealthy relationships. But later on in the Torah, we're told about how they repair their relationship and save their family from famine. It is only when they are able to have healthy relationships with each other that they can create more healthy relationships in their lives. In my life, healthy relationships make other healthy relationships. As in my first year at Beaver Camp, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what it would be like away from my family. I didn't know what I would be eating the 4 weeks that I was there. I knew they weren't going to have bagels and apples for every meal. When camp started, I quickly realized that that the friends I was going with would always be there for me. And when I met new camp friends, I was there for them too. This past summer on the outdoor sports adventure trip, there was a huge storm. The wind was blowing violently, and thunder and lightning shook and rattled our tent. Then a couple minutes later, our tent started to flood with heavy sheets of rain pouring into our tent. We all had to work together to try to save our stuff and put our rain tarp back on so our tent wouldn't flood even more. The strong bonds between our group of camp friends helped us get through such a challenging time. The friends that I knew from school made it easier for me to go to this amazing camp for the first time, and make even more friends. Friends that I knew would be there for me no matter what. For me, this group of friends were by my side and helped me realize the importance of healthy relationships. Healthy relationships make healthy relationships. For my Tikkun Olam project, where I do something good for my community, I collected food and held a food drive for the local food pantry. The Northfield and Wilmette food pantries help families that are in need of food. My friends and I collected so many bags of food to help these families. People were so generous and supported this project. Every morning, I wake up knowing that I can get my favorite meal of the day, breakfast. Some people wake up questioning if they will even have a meal. I couldn't imagine how hard it would be to start your day with nothing to eat. Because I am able to make healthy choices, I want other people to be able to make healthy choices too. Healthy choices make healthy choices. I would like to thank everyone at Temple Jeremiah for helping me become a bat mitzvah. I also want to thank my parents, my sister, my friends, and my family and friends for being there for me and supporting me. I hope that the relationships we make lead to healthier relationships. When you do this, our community will become happier together. We can make a world where people care for each other more and have even healthier relationships. Shabbat Shalom.
As Cayla continues with the Torah reading itself, I'd like to direct your attention to the shelf and the seats either underneath you or in front of you or to the left or right of you, where you'll find a copy of the Chumash, the printed version of our Torah and with commentary. And you'll be able to follow along with the passage that Cayla will be chanting from Vayeshev beginning on page 246, chapter 37, verse 1. Again, that's page 246 in the Chumash. For the first Aliyah, we'd like to invite forward Sandra and Daniel Panish and Neely Friedman. Yamdu Chaya Tzura bat Moshe Yaakov v'Chaya Fega v'Daniel Eliyahu ben David Zalman v'Shosha v'Neely bat Shalom v'Ora Aliyah Rishona.
Baruch Hu Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natah lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Notein HaTorah.
Amen.
Yosef ben Sheva Esrei Shana Haya Ro'et Tehav Vadzon Vehu Nar Et B'nei Vilha Vet B'nei Zilpa Mishay Aviv Vayave Yosef Et Dibatam Ro'et El Avihem Vayisrael Ahav Et Yosef Mikol Banav Kiven Zikunehu Lo Vasalo Kitonet Pasim.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher natan lanu Torah emes v'chayei olam totah b'tochenu baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Oh, hugs and kisses. Love you.
My precious sons of God. $1 million.
For the second Aliyah, we invite Cayla's parents, Jennifer and Eric. Yamdu, Yafa bat Daniel Eliyahu v'Chaya, Surah v'Ariel ben Yitzchak v'Nili, Aliyah Sheni.
Baruch et Adonai HaMbarach.
Baruch Adonai HaMbarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMbarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vayeru echav ki oto ahav avihem mikol echav vayisneu oto v'lo yachlu dobro l'shalom vayachalom Yosef chalom vayaged lehav vayasifu od sino oto vayomer alehem shimuna hachalom hazeh asher halamti.
Amti.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
For the third Aliyah, we call Cayla as a bat mitzvah to the Torah with her Hebrew name. Tamod Eden Meira bat Ariel Yafa Aliyah Shlishi bat mitzvah.
Baruch Adonai HaMbarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
V'hinei anachnu me'alumim alumim b'toch hasadeh. V'hinei kama alumiti v'gam yitzawa. V'hinei tisubena alumotechem v'tishahavena la'alumati. Vayomru lo echav hamalo timlo aleinu emishol timshol banu. Vayasifu od sino oto al halomotav ve'al divarav. Vayachalom od chalom aher vayasaper oto le'echav. Vayomer hine halom ti halom od v'hine hashemesh v'hayareya. Vayachad as v'hayei olam nata b'tochenu baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Hugs and kisses.
With the Torah scroll open before us, I invite you to turn in your prayer books to page 200 and I'm just going to get it right here. The prayer for the state of Israel on page 259. Shalu shalom Yerushalayim. Yishlo ohavecha, Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May those who love you prosper. Let's continue together at the bottom of the page. O Heavenly One, protector and redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen. As we continue with lifting and dressing the Torah, I'd like to invite forward Jordan Dubow, Stephanie Dubow, Maya Friedman, and John Panish, and invite everyone to please rise as you are able. Jordan, okay.
Oh, either one. Want him to?
Vizot HaTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai biyad Moshe. Eitz Chaim hi lamachazikim ba v'tomcheha meushar deracheha darchei noam v'chol netivoteha shalom. Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva Ameinu kikedem.
Seated. Cayla is now going to continue with the Haftarah reading, the additional reading that is chosen either because it has a connection to the Torah portion, it's a section from the prophets, connection to the Torah portion, theme, or the time in which we are finding ourselves, which is in the midst of Hanukkah. And so the passage is taken from the prophet Zechariah. And again, in the Chumash, you'll be able to follow along on page 1448, this special passage from Zechariah, page 1448, chapter 4, verse 4 through 7. Cayla's first going to continue with the blessing before the reading of the Haftarah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar b'nvi'im tovim ratzav divrhem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai haboher b'torah u'Moshe avdo v'Yisrael amo u'v'nvi'ei ha'amet v'tzedek. Ve'an ve'omar el hamal'ah hadover bi lemor ma'eleh Adoni. Vayan hamal'ah hadover bi Vayomer Eli, Halo Yadata Mahima Eli, Vayomer Lo Adoni, Vayomer Eli, Limur Se Devradonai, El Seruvavel, Limur, Lo Vechayo, Velo Vekoach, Ki Emberchi, Amar Adonai, Tzevaot, Ma'ata, Har Hagadol, Lifnei Zeruvavel, Limshur, Vayotzi et ha'even harosha tishuot chen la. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam tzor kol ha'olamim tzaddik bechol hadorot ha'el ha'ne'eman ha'omer v'aseh hamdaver kayem shekol devara emet v'tzedek al ha'torah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al ha'ne'evin v'ayel yom ha'shabbat hazeh Shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu likdusha limnucha lechavod ultifaret al hakol Adonai Eloheinu anachnu modim la varechim ota yitbarach shimha befi kol tamid leolam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai mehadesh haShabbat.
Cayla, we are so proud of you this morning. Proud certainly of the way that you led us so beautifully in worship, the way that you chanted from Torah, from Haftarah, the lesson that you were able to learn from your own study of Torah and that you were able to teach us so beautifully this morning. These things make us very, very proud. Don't get me wrong. However, the things that make us most proud are really all the things that have brought you to be able to celebrate this moment with all of us. And we at Temple Jeremiah feel a special sense of pride because we've joined together with your parents to help you to learn and grow and understand what it means to be a young Jewish adult. So it is my privilege to invite forward Tanya Silverstein, a member of our board of directors and a family friend, to make a presentation on behalf of the congregation expressing this pride that we feel in you.
Thank you. Shabbat shalom. Cayla, I am so proud of you. You've taken all the steps that you've taken to get here today. You did a beautiful job chanting Torah and your Haftorah. You look out to your family and your friends and everyone who's here to join with you and praise you for today and all of your hard work. The message that you delivered during in the motions of doing your Mitzvah project and helping the world and finding food and creating healthy relationships and meaningful relationships, not only with your friends and family here, but with your temple community and your community at large. That's a message that I know that I will take with me the rest of this week and moving forward. So, on behalf of Temple Jeremiah and the board and your entire community here, we give you here a couple different certificates, which hopefully you will be able to use in your future to go to Israel, as well as this beautiful certificate for your bat mitzvah, which I will hold on to and give to you later, as well as a Kiddush cup as a gift from the congregation. So we hope that this is not just the beginning of your journey in all of the wonderful things that you're going to do, but for lots of time to come. So mazel tov. Mazel tov.
I'm very proud of you. Tanya is very proud. Cantor is very proud. Paul Dykstra is very proud. Isaac is very proud. Everyone here is very proud, but no one is as proud as your mom and dad. And so I'd like to invite Jennifer and Eric, if you'll come forward and offer words of blessing in celebration of this moment.
May you live to see your world fulfilled. May your destiny be for worlds still to come. And may you trust in generations past and yet to be. May your heart be filled with intuition, and your words be rich in understanding. May songs of praise ever be upon your tongue, and your vision clarify a straight path before you. May your eyes shine with the light of Torah, and your face reflect the brightness of the heavens. May your lips ever speak wisdom, and your fulfillment be in righteousness, even as you yearn to hear the words of the Ancient One of holiness.
Amen. I don't know if you remember when we first were sitting and talking about the Devar Torah, and I told you about the very end of it, and I said, you say Shabbat Shalom, drop the mic. And I told you, please don't drop the mic because they're very expensive. And of course, what did I do? I dropped the mic. And if that wasn't enough, there was a tangle between the yad chain and the plate, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I got to stay away from all of the things in order for it not to mess everything up. But you just kept right on going, thank goodness. And it's a tribute to the healthy relationships that you have formed, not only with your family and with your friends, but with all of us here at Temple, part of your larger community, and recognizing how important that is to not only to give us strength and support when times are a little bit challenging and difficult, but also to help us in times of celebration like this. I mean, just having all your family and your friends here and just all of the wonderful feelings that are flowing from the congregation. I hope that you're able to take that in and to store it away and just to draw upon it every time that you feel like maybe there's an obstacle or a challenge along the way. You'll be able to draw on the positive energy of this moment. Now, you said how it took a while for Jacob and his family to figure out how to be a family, how to have healthy relationships. They had to go through a lot of different challenges and experience in order to get to that point. And I think what you were pointing to, which is very, very powerful, is this idea that we can continue to grow, right? We can continue to become better humans, to become our best self, or at least our better self in each and every step along the way. And you continue to do that as you've taken a few risks and put yourself out there and have expanded what was comfortable to a little bit maybe uncomfortable that becomes comfortable, and that's how you continue to grow and model for others how important that is to expand your vision and to think differently and to try new things. Our hope and our prayer is that you will continue to put yourself out there and that you will continue to create these wonderful bonds of friendship that are based on healthy relationships, and that you will continue to make the world a better place for all of us. Now, one of the special privileges that Cantor and I have in serving the congregation is that we get to add to the beautiful words of blessing shared a moment ago by your mom and dad, with words that were first given by God to Aaron, Moses' brother, and the first spiritual leader of our people, and passed on through the generations to this very moment.
Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and keep you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God continue to smile upon you and always be gracious unto you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha Shalom, shalom, shalom.
May God's presence be a constant source of strength for you in your life, and may God grant you the choicest of all blessings, the blessing of shalom.
Amen, amen.
And to this, let us all say, Amen.
Amen.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
You come back and sit with your folks. In this moment especially, we are keenly aware of our responsibility to offer praise to God for this moment, this wonderful moment of celebration. Aleinu Lishabeach, page 282. We invite you to rise as you are able.
Aleinu lishabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kegoyei ha'aratzot, v'lo samanu kemishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yiyeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
Please be seated. We take this moment now to call into our hearts, our thoughts, minds, family members, friends who have departed this earth, who continue to be a light in our lives through the cherished memories that we have of them. Cayla and her family are especially thinking of in this moment Edward Friedman, Clara and Murray Green, Sylvia and Sal Panish, Edith and George Friedman, and Ora and Shalom Danu. Are there other names that we are remembering in this moment? Zichronam livracha, may the memory of the righteous always be for a blessing. Together, I invite you to turn to page 294 and rise as you are able as one family to recite Kaddish Yatom. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uv'yom echon, uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, v'agalau v'zman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach leolam omei omaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekutsha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, damiran v'yama v'imru Amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru Amen.
Oh, say shalom. במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו
May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and bring comfort to all who are bereaved among us. And together let us say, Amen. Please be seated. We continue our celebration of Shabbat with the Kiddush, the blessing over the Sabbath wine, in this case grape juice, and the Motzi, the blessing over the Challah, the special loaf of bread baked in honor of Shabbat. And to help lead us in these blessings, I'd like to invite back up to the Bima Cayla, her sister Josie, and also Parker Dubau, Rory Dubau, and Georgia Wagman. Okay, all right. We'll take this for later. Okay. A few brief announcements before we bring our worship to a close with our closing song and blessing. At the end of our worship, we're going to ask you to please remain standing at your seats so that Cayla and her immediate family can go out into the lobby to receive all of the hugs and kisses and mazel tovs. When you do exit the sanctuary, please bring your sidurim, your prayer books, back to our ushers. Thank you very much to our ushers for your help this morning. We are going to bring our worship to a close with the singing of Adon Olam on page 321 in our prayer books. I'd like to invite to the Bima Jordan and Stephanie Dubau and John Panish and Maya Friedman. Please rise and remain standing for our closing blessing. Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'Terem Kol, Nasa v'Chesed Azay Melech Shemo Nidra Adon Olam Mi'acharei Yitlot HaKol Levado Yimot Torah Adon Olam Ve'hu Haya Ve'hu Oveh Ve'hu Yeh B'Tifara Adon Olam Adon Olam Adon Olam Asher Malach Asher Malach B'Terem Kol Blessed are we as we gather together to welcome Shabbat, to celebrate Shabbat, and to celebrate with Cayla, her family and her friends, as she was called to the Torah as a bat mitzvah. Blessed may we be from this time and always. Shabbat shalom and mazel tov.